Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to continue off where we were a little bit this morning. I did a little bit more cleaning up, a little bit basic setup so that we could jump right in and keep going. What we have on the agenda for this evening is we're going to take care of a couple of things like getting our furnace up and running, the new advanced one, now that we have some nice gas mixing going on and we have some good separation of different electrical grids. So we'll continue working on that, kind of expanding it. We'll work a little bit on our trading again, make some more money, maybe keep using the super alloys just from the trader because it's easy. Maybe we'll sell some. We'll see how it kind of goes. And if you want to see something specific, as always, please feel free to ask. Always happy to do that. So kind of with that, I think we will think about just hopping right on in here in just a moment. And of course, if anyone has anything to bring up, please do let me know. I was also thinking this week I'm going to do some Houdini and some game dev live on stream, just during the workday kind of thing. Won't be quite as talkative as I am normally on stream for those. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking we might do this week a bit. And just gonna finish taking care of one thing here and we'll get started. Great. So let's do it. Let's jump on in. Switch our view, switch our stream info over to Stationeers now. There it is. Let's do it. Off we go. Perfect. Switch over. And of course, let me know if the music's ever too loud or if there's any issues. Hello, Dar. How are you? Yeah, it's definitely evening for me. Good morning to you, though. It's about 5 o'clock my time. But I did catch that you're just waking up. Totally cool that you are. All right, so let's get going a little bit. So we were just doing some gas mixing. Great, empty spot for that. And I do think we're gonna pull our mixed gas over here. And what are you off to do today there, Dara? If it's morning for you, does that mean it's Monday at the moment? Or is it Sunday and this is just how you got up? This is the Moon Project. It's coming along. I got really annoyed with like walking around awkwardly on it. So we pulled down a lot of it this morning during the morning stream and reset things up so it's a lot easier to walk around. Just because like it was getting really frustrating, and then yes, it's Monday morning. Very nice. So you must be like Australia or so then, eh? But yeah, so this is the Moon Project at this point. Oh yeah, that's not drawing power, so it wouldn't be on. Okay, so I think we are just going to set up like a utility tank somewhere along here for our furnace, just because I don't want to set up a whole one at the moment. Yes, I'm Aussie. Nice. Very nice. It is somewhere I want to get to eventually. It is on that list of to travel to points at some point in time. So we'll open that. I know the pain of having a messy crafting area. Yep. Yeah, both real world and in games. Like it gets so frustrating eventually, and I just had to pull all of this down today and rebuild it. And batteries are now in parallel instead of in sequence. Also, yeah, okay, that was good. And we've started separating out our different electrical grids so that we don't have to scroll through a million things when we're setting up new IC10 projects here. All right, so that is on. Please tell me I did not flip it yet. I did not. Good. And we're just gonna check this real quick. Get that up to like 5,000, 6,000, and then we'll turn it off. Or no, you know what? Pipes are good up to more than that. Got my cool assembler script installed, and it's even better now. Wicked. Love to hear it. One of the things I was thinking of doing was like a halfway point of starting to get an assembly script set up of just using a dial to pick what I want to print and like the number of them to print. Just like a basic counter so that it shuts off the printer after it hits the count. How much is left in there? Good bit. Perfect. Just get this up a little bit higher. It's just so much easier like once you start getting things to flow properly. And like one of the other things we did this morning was buy some super alloys just to make things easier and get sensor glasses. Yeah, basic auto stop is super useful. Yep. Just a counter with a dial even, you know. That's probably gonna be our first step of automating the assembler. And I was thinking about like, because I still haven't done it, as much as I've played this game, as much as you guys have all seen me doing lots, I still haven't built a rocket ever. So like I should do that at some point. Incredible utility. Yeah. And then like you can just set it to a whole bunch of different things later. It's one of those like basic scripts to copy paste into 100 things, right? There we go. So furnace can be fueled. And we need to think about what our next goal is realistically here. We can make all our own super alloys, so let's get rid of this guy. Or do we want one more? Nah, we'll just, you can go. Or sell. We should sell some stuff. Is primarily an auto stop. Totally fair having it that way there, Dar. It makes sense. Like, it's just so handy to have set up that way. So 3 for silver, 250 for lead, 180 for gold, 120 for copper. Yeah, let's sell a stack of silver here. Yeah, you've co-opted it into logistics for ingots. Very nice, very nice. There we go. We'll sell a little bit more silver, and you know what? We will sell 1 stack of cobalt here. Just so that we have some money for the next trader, whoever that might be, if we want to buy stuff. Yeah, it's like I find my greenhouse script right now, I could probably compress it a couple of times down into something that runs off of 1, or I could probably even do it to run it off just like the AC at this point. But like, it's not something I want to spend time on at the moment. It's better now because in the past I needed 2 IC to control all my assemblers, but I managed to change how it works and fit all 8 machines onto 1 chip. Holy, that's impressive. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rocket is 5. Are you like including other things other than like the basic assembly stuff, like the oven in that count of 8 by chance? Just turn this on. Oh, it's not connected right now. Right. Did not get reconnected after the setup earlier. There we go. So we'll just cut a couple of these cables. There we go. And I think I'll go crazy if it's directly across the aisle here. Oh, you've doubled up stuff. Got it. That makes sense then. And honestly, it's fair. I have in the past on other runs doubled up different things. Just because I get tired of waiting sometimes for certain ones. And frankly, like, just there's a part of me that's almost like, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and set up the printer for electronics to always print cable and heavy cable. Oh no, Fish, you did! You lost your streak. So sad. Oh. Happy Heathen Egg Day. Yay! Yes, very much. I do hope everyone is enjoying their day, and Dar, I hope you have that Monday off. There we go. That should be enough for what we need at the moment. And how are you doing there, Fish? Having a good weekend and a good egg day here? There we go. Flip that. There we go. If it's been a while since you've seen our moon base, it is, as you can see, growing and getting cleaned up quite a bit. This is our outside, and we'll head inside, take a look at the farm in a minute here, the greenhouse. But it is all coming along. Yeah, if I start running a bunch of insulated pipe, I don't want to be locked out of making anything else in the bender for the next 10 minutes. Exactly. And like, I think one of the first things I'll do with Lair once I actually start playing with it is set it up to just always have 50 cable of each kind and like 50 odd pipe kicking around. Egg day traffic. Ended up right in it on my way home from family cabin. Someone's camper trailer got detached up. Oh, that bites, Fish. That bites so much. Oh my goodness. So I'm just calling different people here that I'm curious to like, hey, what do they have? Because I definitely haven't had the chance to have every single trader yet. So, you know, we're doing a little bit of just, hey, who is it? Why can't you land? I would love to actually automate some items. Yep. Ugh, why is this Lulu telemarketer calling me again? Lovely, Fish, lovely. Well, maybe you just got on the list of, oh, this person sounds nice, and, you know, now they just call you all the time. Okay, why is this not working? Activate. You're up to 5,000 watts. You should be running. Why are you not? To set up a script to automatically queue crafting in my machines if storage detects they're running out. Yep, that is exactly what I was thinking. Okay, it looks like it's running properly. All right, let's give it a go. Sometimes turning stuff off and on is the way to go. Come on. Why? Oh, because it's not attached. Oh, shit. Shoot. Dang it. Dang it. Let's see. Oh, this is not ideal. Okay, so easiest way to fix this quickly, because I did not think about the data wire for that, is like this. And hopefully that person did not leave. They're gone. That's too bad. Too bad. Let's try Void Vapors here. A 6x6. I've never had one of them come in. But yeah, it would be nice to have a script set up to just automate stuff based on what's in storage. So we will try turning you this way. And we lost contact with them entirely, so I feel like we should go back the other way. Wrong direction. So let's try there. That's the other script I should set up too, is like figuring out how to set up a script so that I choose from the list here and then it automatically like sets up contacts and whatnot. That would be great. We're gonna need some food and water as well soon. So if you were up at the family cabin there, Fish, how was it? How was the cabin? Oh, I have hair in my mouth. There we go. You had some errors with your greenhouse and overproduced corn. I feel like that just means more alcohol, though. Overproducing corn should result in alcohol. Or at least that's my gut feeling of it anyway. Let's see. My layer script does not handle ingredient overflow at all. Oh no. Let's try bringing it back down. Was alright, read 2 books, beginning to end, not much to do, which is nice. Put phone on silent, slept a lot. That is lovely. What 2 books did you read there, Fish? I'm producing more corn than my 4 fermenters, oh my gosh, than my 4 fermenters can process. That's fair. And I did want to ask as well, the people currently in chat, if you are up for answering the question. I was thinking of doing a stream this week of some of my game dev. And if there was any interest in seeing that. Fermenters. Yup. Okay. Let's try one more up. There we go. Yes, 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 yes for the game dev. Sounds good. Yeah, so tomorrow then, what it'll be is there will be some... You know what? Let's try this person. While we're fiddling around with this, we'll try talking to them. So tomorrow, I think it'll be checking in on an alpha build, and then after the alpha build, it'll be working probably a good bit in Unreal, and hopefully I'll be doing some Houdini tomorrow to work on an arena. One was called Wayfinders, about how we navigate, and one called House of Islam. It was about Islam. Very cool. Very interesting. I feel like they both are very, very informative books. Halfway interrogated. Oh, and you got your combustion centrifuge is working again. Very nice. Did you stop, the word that I'm looking for is, did you stop using hydrazine then? Okay, this is taking a hot minute, so let's go ahead and do A, a tour inside, and B, take care of food and water. Off, off, and off. There we go. Cancel the pressurization. So as you can see, we have an expansion going on. Need to do some more planting here. Apparently we didn't the last time we were in here. That's right, because we're trying to wait for the strawberries to seed and the watermelon to seed, and then kind of expand those. So we'll just keep waiting for that. That's fine. We're not in any rush for food. As you can see, we have quite the stock going on. But we will grab these. Yeah, you stopped using hydrazine. Great choice. And these can go in here. Oh my goodness, so much soybean. Really should get the plant genetics stuff done. That's what we should have bought from that that trader before they left. Whoopsies, oh well. You tried using my new Alk NOS fuel directly, but handling liquid fuel mixes in the centrifuge is a bit of a nightmare. That's fair. And even once I got it working, it wasn't performing any better than regular methane NOS. Fair enough. Yeah, sometimes, you know, we try to do things way too more, like way over the top complex, and just the basic tried and true way is the best. Not always, but sometimes. So much soy. So I set up an alcohol evaporator and make regular NOS fuel. Good choices. And of course, we made some bread this morning. So that was wonderful. And there we go. And water. It would be really cool to have a centrifuge that could accept liquid input. It would be interesting. It would be interesting for sure. There we go. All right, that is taken care of. So hopefully we've contacted this ship, and then we will work on continuing to contact the other one. Honestly, I'm starting to get a little tempted to try my hand at modding Stationeers a little bit, just because there's some things that I want to see and build that would be a lot easier with a slight bit of modding, adding like liquid input, being able to easily flip some of the machines around, that kind of stuff. Like give it 2 liquid pipe inputs and a setting valve to control mix ratio, just like pumped liquid rocket engine. Very cool. Not a bad idea. Let's try turning you a slight bit more. Yeah, that's no faster, no slower. Let's try bringing it up a little. Finding this sweet spot for void vapors is not being easy. Let's try one more up. See if that does anything while we go and trade with this person. What are you selling? Seeds. Fantastic. Do we want any particular seeds right now from you? I kind of want chocolate, just because it's chocolate. No other reason, just because it's chocolate. That sounds like a good plan. Done. There we go. Great. Whoops. Whoops. Got stuck. There we go. Okay. Try bringing it even more flat. And make sure our power is all the way up too, actually. Yeah, okay, it is. There we go. Okay, I have a feeling it's like directly on the other side. So let's just try flipping it by like 90 and see what happens. Give that a minute to do its thing. And I think what we'll do is check in our plant stuff and see exactly what we need to buy here to make some fun plants. So we need stellite, inconel, stellite and inconel. Okay, cool. So Stel. There we go. Silver, silicon, and cobalt. So we'll have to go mine some silver, which is fine. And how about incon? What's low? Air. Okay. Gold, steel, and nickel. Cool. So we need to make steel, and then we need to also mine some silver. And then I think we're good to go. Yeah, we're good to go after that. We just need silver. So, oxygen is this one. There we go. And let's check. Still turning. Very much fingers crossed that this is where... Yeah, so it's the exact same here. So 90 was right, at least, flipping it. So let's try just bringing it even more flat and see what happens. So it's basically like pointing straight up here. Now, let's bring it down again. Nope, wrong way. Let's bring it to like there. Big tries so that we can try and get like somewhere in the right range for it. I imagine void vapors is different gases and whatnot, based on the name. But curiosity. Curiosity because I have not tried it yet. Man, this is killing our power. That is the other thing we're going to do, is make some more Astro. And oh, do we have a friggin' pump on somewhere? No. Okay, at least we don't have a pump on. Okay. There really is just this galactic gadgets and cosmic curiosities. And we've lost the void vapors. Fine. Galactic gadgets. Interrogate. Because curiosity. Okay, come here. Great, you're currently trading, and both of these need to turn off for a little while at least. And we'll get some more power going here. Fantastic. Yeah, we're getting 3.4, 3.5 watts. And that's with, what, 4 regular ones? Yeah, 4 regular solar panels and 1 heavy. Great. So maybe we will just stick a couple more regular solar panels along that line before we go mining, just to kind of bring our power up a bit. Laptop region, yeah, you don't have anything I want. What about selling? What do you want to buy from me? Anything? Not really. You also have to clean your alcohol. There. IC chips, some silver. Oh, you're gonna make it so I don't have to go mine. Oh no, you want to buy the silver. My bad. Okay, let's go mining. And mining drill. Let's turn on our sensor lenses and silver. Silver is what we're off to find. Your filtration machine. Oh, there's an ad break coming already. Oh, I forgot to do it. Okay, that's fine. We'll snooze it. And in half an hour, in like 10 minutes, we'll do a bio break here. Filtration machine ran out of filters and dumped some polluted water into my alcohol. Uh-oh. That is not healthy, you know. Okay, that is O2. That looks like silver right here. Great. Nice and close to home. And we're gonna need to make some steel, so we should grab some iron, and I think we have enough coal for it. So we should be good. And we should grab some oxide, because it's right here as well. And we should deal with all the H2O in our inventory here. Went mining for that this morning. There we go. And how much oxide do we have? I just want like 1 stack kicking around. That way we're just, you know, safe. Sitting with it. Yeah, okay, good. We're just over a stack of it. Oh, look, there's iron. We're gonna keep going right here for the iron. Fantastic. Sort that. Might be time to start thinking about getting a second backpack, actually, as well. There we go. And then silver, silver, and whoops. Iron. There we go. And how much coal do we have? We have enough. Yes. Good. To do another stack of steel. You fix the issue for the future, but it doesn't remove the couple dozen liters of water it already let through. Ouch. Yeah, that's fair, but at least it's a fixed problem, so it doesn't happen again. You just have to fix it once, right? Separate out the bad from the good once. And then you'll be able to carry on. Here we go. There we go. Never enough iron. No such thing. Need to expand the farm, which takes a ton of iron. Also need to set up the liquid tank. Still haven't done that either for the farm. There we go. That should be sufficient for the time being. So we'll just dig our way back up to the surface here. Fantastic. It's got a warning light for when the filters run low, and it also turns off right before the filters run out completely. That is a good choice. And I think we're gonna take a 3-minute bio break here just to kill pre-roll ads. So I will be right back, everybody. There we go. So the ad will be over here in just a moment if you're back, because either A, you don't get ads, which is lovely. We're just heading back to get ready to smelt some ore. So first up, we need steel. And this should have nothing in it. Great. So we'll flip it on. Actually, we'll wait. We'll wait for the ad to finish. That way, you know, we can fire up the new furnace. Yay, new furnace. And how much power do we have? Good. It is charging fairly well. Welcome back from the ad break and the bio break, everybody. We're gonna fire up our advanced furnace for the first time. Why? Why is the output so high to start? And that, my goodness, I hope we didn't just like empty out all of our fuel. If we did, it's fine. Yeah, there's a bunch of it right there. That's fine. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so first is steel. So it almost doesn't matter what our pressure is, we just need to make steel here. So that's 50. Come on, there we go. That's 100, and I only ever do it in 200 chunks. Oh, you know what? We should really actually think about this. We should have started with the stellite, just because it's hard to get up to that temperature. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna dump that iron block, and we're gonna do the stellite first. Yeah, we're gonna do stellite first. Because pressures are hard, temperatures are hard for it. I say hard, it's just, it's more finicky because it's a really high temp with a low-ish pressure. So that was our silver and our silicon. which means now we need 50 cobalt. And we need to dump our pressure. And we should be careful about that. We do not have a lot of space at the moment. So what we should do actually is go like this. We're going to make a pressure relief valve. Not a pressure relief valve. It's just a valve to dump. One more, and then you... No, it's just gonna go like this. There we go. And then this way, we don't have to worry about anything blowing up in our face. Like, we will eventually have to worry about it, and we'll cool this off and, you know, do the thing. But at the moment, this allows us to keep going with what we're working on. So that can just open. And now we won't have a crazy amount of back pressure. And we will open you up. And it was between 10 and 20, right? 10 and 20? Yeah. And we need that temperature to come up a little bit. So make sure we have what we need. We do. Keep going, and that should be fine. And go. Nope. Let's try like 10 liters and go. Yeah, we're not gonna hit that temperature before we get full again. Damn it. This is what I mean. It's just finicky. Should have dropped our pressure more before I did that. That's okay. We're at the right temp. Now can we get down to the pressure fast enough before we lose our temperature? It would be really terrible if the big huge thing behind us went boom. Okay, hold on. 14. You're dumping a lot of alcohol now on my way to making an ocean of booze. Very nice. Very nice. 1.8 and 80 and 20. Sorry. 10 and 20 and 1.8. Okay. So we need to bring that temperature up a bit more. So we'll bring our output up a bit more. Just get below 10 here, and then we'll give it another go. There we go. And we'll come up to like 5, 6. Come on, just get to the temperature. Okay, just give it a second. 1.5. 1.6. Open that. So far I've entirely filled a 6,000 liter tank. Oh my gosh, that's so much alcohol. That is a wild amount of alcohol. That's kind of crazy. You're upgrading to the 50,000 liter tank now? Fair enough. I feel like you would need to with that. Great. Why don't you have power? You should have power. Oh, because I gotta turn you on. Duh. My goodness. Okay. 2.7, 2.8, 2.993. Yeah, that is a fair amount of alcohol. Turn it on. Yes, thank you, Fish. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I managed to miss that one that time. You ought to start actually thinking about a rocket that can use the fuel. Yeah, that's a good choice, Dar. It's a good choice. It would be absolutely terrible for you to have all of this fuel and then it just end up not being useful. That would kind of suck. Okay, so pressure is way down. Now let's dump like a little bit in and ignite. Come on, 1.8, 1.8, please. Send missiles at the moon. Do it, Dart, do it. Missile to the moon. Come on. You're totally not gonna get there. Ugh, so painful. Still going up in temperature, coming down in pressure. Okay, just dump a little bit more pressure. Come on. Okay, what have I done wrong? Okay, F1, pause. Okay, 50 silver, 50 silicone, and 50 cobalt. Between 10 pressure and 20 pressure. And 1.8. Okay, 1.8, and we're at 18. 50 silver, 50 silicone, 50 cobalt. Did I? No. 1 second there, Dar. We lost our temperature again. Okay. Dump some more pressure. And we're gonna check the wiki online. Honestly, with the amount of thrust I'll get out of properly pressurized alcohol NOS fuel, I could probably make an interplanetary missile. I can load it up with a ton of hydrazine and send it to Lulu. As long as you're sending useful things, that is totally fine. Stationeers wiki. Advanced. Oh, because it's 2 silicone. Oh my goodness. I keep hitting the things right, but I don't have enough silicone in there, so it's not gonna go. Ugh. Lulu, come on. Okay, so we'll dump a bit more pressure. That should be good. Should be good. We'll put like lots in. And then turn that off, ignite, and let it heat up for a second. If you could send me helpful things, that would always be desired there, Dar. That would be really cool if you could like be on different planets and send each other like materials. And like then it would be even cooler if some planets had better resources than others, and like you can't just get them from space and whatnot. You actually have to send them between different planets. That would be neat. I think we're out of fuel. Yeah, more or less. That's fine. Turn that back on. There we go. What's our pressure? 20? Yeah. Alright, dump. Yeah, like a global economy. Yep. Maybe that can be your long-term modding project. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I've got a couple of games that I'm working on right now and that I have to finish up and get out there. You would install it instantly? That's fair. It would be fun. One of the things I'm working on is a kind of a combination, somewhere between Stationeers and Astronauts, if you know it. I'm really looking forward to getting more done on that. But that project is on hold at the moment. I gotta finish up a different one first. But yeah. We'll see. I gotta see like what they've done to make this game. Like I don't know the first thing about what they even... Did they program in C++? Is it in Godot? Well, it's definitely not Godot. Is it Unreal? Is it an in-house engine? Do they have good support for modding? There's a lot of questions to ask at the moment before I commit to a long-term modding project. Especially with my other stuff on the go. Okay, there we go. Ha! There's the stellite. Turn everything off. Whoops, wrong direction. Wrong direction. There we go. It's in Unity? That's surprising. Well done. They did very well for like doing it in Unity. That takes some serious effort to get to this kind of going on in Unity. Oh, that's good to know. I'll have to take a look there, Dara. I haven't looked at it at all yet. Okay, so we have our stellite, and the other one I said we needed was... I can't remember. Really wish I had a better memory than that. Let's see. So, oh, it's just the plant stuff right here. Inconel. Okay. Which I feel like is easier to make. And we need to make steel first. Yeah, I'll have to dig into the mods, though. Might be interesting. Whoops, can't do that. Need to use 2 hands. There we go. Tea time. Oh, yummy, yummy. Now, okay, so we have the iron. Yes. So, coal. There's also the Stationeers Launchpad mod, which is some kind of library mod load organizer settings config that everyone uses. Oh, cool. I'll have to take a look at it. Like, I really just no idea. It's just I've had a couple of thoughts about like, oh, I want to mod this or mod that. But I haven't got to it yet. Beyond like just, you know, thinking about it. In con, was it in Canoe? Oh, it is. Okay, so why did I think we need steel for this? Definitely just opened my helmet by accident. There we go. Oh, because we do. Okay, so it is 2 gold, 1 steel, 1 nickel. Great. So what we'll do is... No, we only need 50. How much is in here? You've got some stuff in there. What about you? Do you have anything? I took a very cursory look at how it might actually be done, but I'm not amazing at programming in real programming languages, so you didn't get very far. That's fair. Like, if it's not your thing, like regular programming, then I get it, hands down. And to be honest, like, I don't know. MIPS is okay, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. Okay, so 50 steel. We need 100 gold, right? That's 25, that's 45. Okay, so we will kind of cheat the system a little. I say cheat the system, but we're just, we're using the tools. You love regular programming, you're just not good at it. That's fair. It takes practice, to be honest. And I find like after about a month of not programming, I start losing some of what I was like able to do and remember how to do. Okay, so that's 50 gold, only another 50, and we'll have to go grab the nickel that we have. Just make sure it is nickel. Yeah, it is. Okay. There it is. Okay, there's the nickel. And there's the gold. I feel like we're probably just cold, but we're probably pretty close. Oh, this has the friggin' 23.5, 24, but the temperature almost doesn't matter. It's just pressure matters. Okay. Let's go ahead and dump some in then. And that gets us to 14. 15. Fermenting corn produces more water than it takes to grow the corn. I can tell you from being a farmer once upon my life, that's just not so true. So I have solved my hydration requirements. No kidding. I feel like that should be a bug. You should not be getting more water out of it than you put in. That seems ridiculous. Pressure, we're almost there. Okay, let's throw this random stack of 4 nitros, N2 in, just because we need pressure. I don't actually care about the temperature. And I don't like weird stacks of stuff. So 16 gets to go in there. We are almost out of power because of this, and I forgot to turn this off. My goodness. Oh, we're basically out of fuel at this point. That's fine. You can go off, you can go off, you can go off, you go off. Save some power here. Good. There we go. What are we gonna do? We're gonna split this down into half, I guess. Throw that in. And our pressure is way too high, of course. Dump the pressure, please. Don't blow up. Thank you. Okay. Pressure's still going up, that's fine. What we're gonna do, because of the way that we just dumped that, is go like this. Go like that. I mean, it's just how the math works out. Corn consumes 0.432 moles of water with a growing time of 2 hours. That means each plant consumes a total of 0.864 moles of water to grow. Okay. Oh, jumped. Weirdness. There we go. I don't want to filter it right now. We're just going to keep dumping it for now, and we'll take care of filtering stuff later. What are we at? High pressure. Ugh. There we go. Stupid bots. Hit the wrong button. That's okay. There we go. Hit the wrong button again. Still okay on pressure. There we go. Each corn produces 2 moles of polluted water when fermented, so you're already doubling, but corn can also harvest 3 fruit at a time, so each plant produces something like 5 mole of water per harvest. Wow, that's wild. That is actually just wild. Oh shoot, we just went past our... Did we? Yes, we did. Shoot. Dang it. Having tea when I should have been paying attention to other things. There we go. That's not even including the water that can be gained by burning the alcohol product. That, I feel like that's broken, and that should be fixed. See, that's the other thing I've thought about modding into Stationeers, is that we really should have better farming, or more realistic farming, and make it more difficult. It's just, it's so weird how it works. And like, the plants, I would like more plants. There we go. So, let's grab a splicer. When burned in oxygen, alcohol produces double its mole in water. Oh wow. Cool. So I would be using the combustor, I imagine then, yeah? Okay, that's taken care of. So we're gonna refuel here, I think. Okay, 3.8. Okay, I feel like there's something wrong with one of these, because it's not producing what I had expected in power, but that's fine, I guess. Okay, everything's blinking. Since each corn produces 40 mole of alcohol when fermented, that means that a single corn can harvest can produce a gross input of something like 246 mole of water, assuming you manage to burn all the alcohol without letting it evaporate. And it takes how much to make? 0.864 mole of water? Wow. Wild. Absolutely crazy. Okay, splicer, stabilizer. There we go. I feel like we should probably just make more while this is still hot of different things. Maybe just more iron even. Just so that we can expand our oh so lovely farm. There we go. Plants and stationeers have always been busted. Yeah. Like, I get the shortened harvest times. I really, really do. But it just feels like there are certain things that are a little off. And, like, this is another great example of it to me. Even before we could ferment them for alcohol, growing plants has always been matter positive. Interesting. Did you know currently that if you breathe, go on like a completely closed circuit of breathing your own air, that you will eventually end up with less pressure? It is currently broken. There we go, throw that in there. Grab our region processor. And we're gonna have to get some more table as well, another table. Table, iron and copper. There's some more iron. How are we doing on copper? It's been a while since we've gone looking for copper. We might actually need to go get some. Nope, we don't. Great. Yeah, my Habs pressure has been slowly dropping. Yeah, it's a thing. Okay, so that gets put down on something. Does the other one also? Yes, it does. So we need 2 tables, in fact. Okay. There we go. Second table. Why is there gold here? Must have made it. Okay. Silver can go through here. Apparently we did a lot of silver mining there. Like, way more than I realized. Not that that's a problem, it's just... it's a thing. And I guess we'll make, like, a couple of really big silver ingots. There we go. Yeah, we got some good cable going on, but if you process your plants through a recycler or centrifuge, then a furnace, it produces volatiles. Burning that in the old H2 combustor, allowing the oxygen they produce while growing, would net more water than they use to grow, as well as enough carbon dioxide to replace the CO2 they consumed while growing. Interesting. Very interesting. Learning lots about the old way that it used to function. Very cool. Okay, so I just don't want to have this much stuff in my inventory, to be honest, at the moment. So we're just gonna kind of stand here and get rid of some of it. Let's organize that. We should make some copper. There we go. That'll be another hunk of iron, and then this will be copper, and then we'll head inside. There we go. Perfect. Huge stack of ingots. I had a whole survival map created that revolved around the Earth, mostly. The greenhouse cycle. Cool. Very cool. Let's see. How are we doing on gold? We have that 1 hunk, so yeah, we'll go ahead and throw this 44 hunk through as well. And there we go. It's really cool the different things you can do in this game to break stuff, but it also makes some of the things like really easy as well. Okay, so copper can go there, gold can go like there. That looks like silver, that's silver. It was somewhat fun. That's fair. I imagine it was. Iron. Iron can go there. This can go over here. I don't want it with the other stuff. Steel ingots can go here. There we go. Much better organized. Much nicer to figure out what we need, don't need, etc. Silver can go beside gold for now. That works. And let's see, is there anything else we can get rid of? Yeah, we don't need to be carrying around iron wall or steel frames at the moment, or iron, or glass. We do not need pressure regulators at the moment. The water stuff is not bad to hold on to. It basically played like a skybox. Nice. That could be fun, or really boring, depending on how you look at it, I suppose. We do not need steel sheets at the moment, so they can go in there. How are our filters? We're okay. You know what? I don't want to think about it. Let's do that. Volume pump. Doesn't look like we have space right there. What about in here? That looks like a volume pump. Great. Probably going to end up coming back for some of these while we're inside, but that's fine. Some more chutes. Region processor, we're going to want that. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. And seeds. Gas mixer. Where are you going to go? Could be fun to redo the map using the new terrain and gases. There you go, that's a good idea. Give it a go. See how it turns out, right? Portables connector can go outside, that can go there, the radiator can stay there. Yeah, those can go... These need to come outside, actually. There we go. Great. Modding scenarios does not require programming. The game supports modding using XML. Oh, good to know. That might be fun to do as well, because like I was thinking there's a couple of start scenarios that would be really neat. Like Force A, you have 5 days to set up a home for a human as a droid, for example, and you can't, the human, when they get here, they don't get any extra oxygen, they don't get any extra food, no extra water, and like you have like 5 or 10 days to set up a perfect habitat as a droid. And like after those 10 days, like after 5 days, your droid starts to get slower and slower and slower. But you don't need to worry about your battery for that droid for those 10 days before the human shows up. And then you keep playing as the human on whatever you were managed to set up in advance. Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna have to look into everything to like figure out exactly how I will change it, or if I'll change it. Because I got so many projects to do right now. Yeah, I think we're good for now. Let's head inside. I just found a game you might be interested in. It's called Pilot 6174. Oh, thank you, Fish. Oh, neat. That's a fun idea. Isn't it, Dar? Like my biggest thought was always... I'm going to look it up here right now there, Fish, the game. Okay. Pilot 6174. Let's take a look here. Pilot 6174. It sounds more like an honor project, to be honest. That's fair there, Dar. Like the project that I just talked about would be a lot. Yeah, that's fair. Rather than something actually handled with modding, that's fair. Oh, this looks very cool, Fish. Like, very cool. Yeah, it's right up my alley. Orbital mechanics, trajectories. Yeah, this looks very neat. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it on my wish list. It's supposed to come out next year, so on the wish list. And you have to use primitive tech because of, like, AI is taking over. That's cool. Real physics. Oh, this sounds very cool. This is very, very cool, Fish. Thank you. It is on the wish list. So yeah, I get it there, Dar, for sure. I think most people who are interested in Stationeers would be interested in this game as well. So if you're a sucker for orbital mechanics there, Dar, I imagine that you also play Kerbal and the like. There we go. Throw those in there. Thriving. Seeds. Great. Put you there. Composting is also the other thing we got to get going here. There we go. Great. Okay, so did I grab the tables? I don't think I grabbed the tables. I did not. Got distracted. Too many wonderful things to talk about. Of course, I'm hopeful for Kid in Space. Nice. Totally fair, totally fair. Yeah, so sad what happened to Kerbal. Poor Kerbal 2. Oh, tea. Love tea. There we go. Throw our suit back on here. Hey there, Darks. How are you doing? Nice to see you back in chat here. On, and on. Some days might want to try to play Empyrean. So I think I might actually have it in my library. I feel like I might. I do. Empyrean Galactic Survival. I think I picked it up when it was still in super early access. Yeah, like I got it a couple years back. Yeah. We'll give it a go again. Might be something we'll have to try on stream. Dara, you also tried today. It wasn't really for you? You ran into a dinosaur? That's funky. When I tried it, it was still super, super early, and there was a lot of stuff that wasn't working yet. Oh my gosh, my oxygen's not on. There we go. I think your brain needs a reboot. Fair. Whoops, wrong one. Need this. Okay, so let's do countertop style, I guess. There we go. That can go there. And then we're gonna need our plant genetic analyzer. Or is that the stabilizer? It doesn't really matter at the moment, I suppose. Yeah, it's the stabilizer. This is the splicer. Let's do it. That looks like the right way. Yep, it is. Great. Where's our wrench? Fantastic. Wrench down. And let's just check like what it says about these things. Genetic. There it is. Minimum max for growth outside the range. Okay, interesting. So we want to maximize the size of maximum growth speed and growth thresholds. Interesting. Darks about Empyrean depends a lot about initial setups. There's some setups which are not generally used and need some specific knowledge to work. Well, that's good to know. If I decide to jump back into it, that is definitely very good to know. The splicer, copy a single gene from one source plant to another target plant of the same type. After copying, the source plant will be destroyed. Okay, to begin splicing, place a plant or seed bag in the left slot, source, and place another plant or seed bag of the same type in the right slot, target. You can select a gene using the arrow buttons, close the sliding doors, press the gene, activate. Okay, interesting. 20 minutes, my goodness. My goodness. If we want to do this, we're going to have to probably set up like a whole freaking thing to make it work the way I want, like I envisioned it working. Genetic stabilizer can be used to manipulate gene stability on a specific plant or seed. It has 2 modes, stabilize, destabilize. Increases all stability by 50%, decreases all by 10, other than a chosen gene which will receive an decreased stability by 50. Interesting. So that you could just straight up play with it. Interesting. And we need a Cape Coil. So, Darks, is Empyrean something you play quite a bit of, or is it something like you come back and forth from? There we go. And we need... Oh, maybe I picked it up already. I don't see it, though. Where's the sampler? Am I blind? Did I put it in somewhere? No. I do not see it. There it is. Ha! Found it. Nope. You have a battery in you already. You do? Look at that. Smart. Nearly unaided on the Martian surface. Very cool. I can see it. It would take some time to do it, but I can see it. And like, to be honest, I was really hoping you could crossbreed plants, but I guess not. Results. Interesting. So it has to be growing. I played it quite a while ago. It's a very nice game. I would even say it's more fleshed out space. It is most fleshed out space game I know. That's fair. Would you say it's even more fleshed out than something like No Man's Sky? Sample. Oh, you gotta put the whole thing in. Cool. Okay. Yes. Oh, wow. That's impressive. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it again then, for sure. Growth temperature range is very specific. Pressure range is not terrible. Multiplier is 100% light per day. 10 minutes, 1 second. Okay, darkness is 5 minutes 3, gas production 99, water usage 100, undesired gas resistance 0.9, time until drought damage 29 minutes, time until toxin damage 4, frozen 4, overheat, suffocate. Not really concerned about these things. I would just like to see our growth speed modifier come up. Okay. So I imagine you can, like, it's got a, I mean, NMS is amazingly fleshed out to begin with, I suppose. Like, it's got a lot of content, but it also ignores a lot of parts of space survival. Yeah, that's very, very true. Okay. Just thinking. Let's take a look, because I don't know why, but I feel like getting like a whole bunch of strawberries going and trying to get them to grow quicker. And I imagine I'm gonna need the composter to make that happen. Yeah, okay, so let's just assume we need the composter to make things grow faster. So you can sit in there for now. And just deciding things. Okay, this watermelon can just go there. That is for sure. Great. Now we're gonna take these 3 strawberries and start a bigger strawberry patch. Fantastic. And then where is our cocoa? There is our cocoa. Great. So we'll get some cocoa going. And then we'll grab some wheat. And we'll plant 5 wheat, and then we'll start playing with it there. And then you can go there. That's the fern. We're not going to worry about fern as much at the moment. Yeah, great. So we're going to get some sugarcane going. Fantastic. And then we'll get a little bit of soybean as well. Great. So food is going great. So let's think about getting a composter going, I suppose. Because we have a ton of food. And I feel like that is our next thing. Compost and alcohol. And of course our bunk here. And the region processor. Almost forgot about that. That can go like that. And I wonder if we can throw this table right here. Nope. But it will go on a wall. That's good to know. Oh, it can go upside down on the roof. That is magical. Since you can go upside down on a roof, you're gonna go right there. Nope. Backwards. NMS is really nice too, but I would say that it's a patch over the patch. Yeah, that's fair. Its economy is somewhat poorly done, that's fair. I think it's such a huge game, it just takes so long to do everything, right? Not what I'm looking for. Powered bench. Just a basic powered bench works. Okay, come on. You're not gonna flip for me. Okay, that's fine. It will go. Suppose like that for now. Not my favorite. Yeah, I don't know, NMS is an interesting one. Oh, hello, Viking. How are you doing this evening? We are just talking about a couple different games at the moment. NMS, No Man's Sky, and Empyrean a little bit. There we go. I don't know, NMS, like No Man's Sky, I kind of come back to it once every couple years for a little while. Did I? I did. I made another region processor. That's not what I meant to grab. Whatever. It's fine. I can go over there. Okay, so EVA suit. There we go. And just a heads up, everybody, we're going to do a bio break in about 15 minutes or so. I need to turn my suit on before it tries to kill me. There we go. And we will head outside. With the huge amount of largely unconnected systems in No Man's, it feels like you can start a game, pick a path to go down. Yep, absolutely. Totally agree with you, Dar. Like, you can just kind of pick a different direction of wherever you want to go. Doing pretty good. How are you and your partner from Viking? We're doing well. We had a self-care day yesterday and today a little bit. And then we also played a bunch of Brotato together today. Gnome Ants Guy, wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle. I've played it a lot, but it has a lot of form over function aspects that annoy me, so I feel done with it now. See, I get that, Fish. I get that, because, you know, there was this promise of all of these really interesting, procedurally generated worlds, and I felt like it fell so flat, and it just sucked how flat it fell. We really need to deal with our power. Yay from Viking. Yep, definitely. It was a great day. Really hope someday somebody is able to make able to get Empyrean, Space Engineers, NMS, Stationeers, and Eve and make one really cool space game out of those concepts. Yep. Oh, keep Eve out of my dream game. Fair enough, Dar. Fair enough. I feel like that would be such a massive, massive undertaking, Darks. Like, oh my god. So massive. Not the one that I was looking for, that is. Okay, so let's grab some copper, throw that in there, and we'll go ahead and make a bunch of more solar panels. Haven't heard Empyrean mentioned in a while. How's that doing? Hi, HC Vi. Nice to see you in chat again. Been a little bit. So Empyrean fish, I haven't touched in a couple years either, but the others, Dar and Darks, were both talking about it, and I think it was Darks was saying it's actually like really fleshed out now. And Space Engineers 2, I am weirdly hesitant about Space Engineers 2, and I think it's because I got so excited for Space Engineers 1, and then it changed several times. And like, mind you, I got it when I was back in super early access. Like, I don't know, feels like 10 plus years now. It seems about right. And like, I was just, I don't know, I got disappointed with it over time. I think I'd probably go back to it and enjoy it again, but I'm not sure. And so Space Engineers 2 I've been hesitant about, and I'm not a fan of all of these kind of basic parts of it being locked behind DLCs now. Because some of the stuff that they locked behind DLCs, I remember using it, even though I have never bought a DLC for it. So I don't know, I haven't touched it because of that. Space Engineers 2, yeah, I think the keen should stop wasting their time on silly things like volumetric water and focus on making a real game. Fair enough. The other thing I'm actually really looking forward to, or was, I don't know how I feel about it these days, is Subnautica 2. I absolutely loved Subnautica. It was so beautiful. It was such a wonderful game. And I was kind of disappointed with Below Zero. But I had high hopes for Subnautica 2. But now with all of the nastiness over the last year with it, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Like, it could be bad. Whoops, there we go. A little bit more, a little bit more. There we go. Oops, wrong button. There we go. So let's just take a look-see. And where are the wire cutters? There we go. So it's 1, 2, and 3. I actually bought the Space Engineers 2 Alpha once. What'd you think of it? So that's 1, 2, 3, and then triangle. So 1, 2, 3, triangle. 1, 2, 3, triangle. I don't know why I'm calling it a triangle, it's a T. 1, 2, 3, T. 1, 2, 3, T. There we go. There we go. Pre-prep this. I spent an hour debugging the game to get it to load a save file without crashing. Ouch. Just as Stationeers, Space Engineers are cool but lack natural effects, plants, and animals. However, Empyrean got them all, even while being somewhat older type of game. That's fair. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Then when I finally got it working by backdating the game, and the only observation I could make out of it was it feels like a Unity asset flip. Ouch. The UI was a big reason why. It looks like a baby's first graphics design. That's not fun. Especially considering like these are supposed to be highly experienced devs at this point. Like there's no excuse for bad UI on a second version of a game that did quite well. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to check out Empyrean again for sure then, their Darks. And the other thing that I was watching someone play, and I tried about 20 minutes of the demo, was Plague the Last Bite. The Last Plague Blight, or something like that is what it's called. It's really good. It's a survival game, but not space. And you refunded it ADAR for Space Engineers too. That's understandable. Like, and see, like, that's my feeling of it right now, is I'm so hesitant because the way it looks like it's just a redo of the first one. Like, what actually changed between it and the first? And then my other caution about Space Engineers 2, why am I cold? Did I like drop my internal temperature? Yes, I did, somehow. No, I didn't. Is my battery dead? No, no, no. Why am I freezing? Okay. We'll just cycle inside here for a second. Take our helmet off. Because that doesn't make any sense why it would be -1 inside of our suit. Why? Why is the temperature in our suit dropping? Sorry everybody, just 1 second here. For some reason the temperature of our suit internally is... very cold. Did I like open something I shouldn't have? What happened? I don't know what happened. Okay, but it seems like we're steady at 15 degrees now. Oh, my suit's AC is... Thank you. Thank you so much. I sometimes just make mistakes like that. Good times. Oh, thank you. Where is my O2 bottle? There we go. Great. Okay, so Darby, that wasn't why you refunded Space Engineers 2. I know the UI will probably change. The real thing that sent me away was how they changed the early game. Basically, they added a refinery and assembler to the Engineer's backpack, so you can assemble blocks directly from ore. Isn't that like the whole hard part of the first one, is to start getting that set up and just ruin the early game progression? Yeah, see, like, I don't know. It would have to change pretty significantly for me to go back to it, I think. And like, I haven't heard anything amazing about it, even from people who loved the first, so I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm being cynical. Or just careful. Both. There we go. And we've got about 5 minutes until we have a bio break coming up here. Just a heads up for everybody. I hope everyone is having a wonderful long weekend, and for those who get tomorrow off, I hope you have a wonderful day. Or like, you know, those people like Dar who just got up because they're on the other side of the world. I hope you have the holiday today there, Dar, and you get to relax. There we go. Oh my god, I made the wrong kind of solar panel. Why did I do that? Too much talking. Too much talking, not quite paying enough attention. Goodbye. Go away. Oh, we need copper now, I think. That was a fail. Yep, definitely need copper now. They took the early grind out of the survival, which is fine. I'm all for reducing early grind, but it's also completely removed the satisfaction. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And like, the thing is there were always scenarios that if you didn't want that early grind, you could always start with those scenarios so that you didn't have to worry about it. Need to turn our glasses on, grab our mining drill, and we're looking for copper. Coal, O2, iron, O2, carbon. Red is volatile. Such a weird grainy look, but like I get why they're doing it. This looks like gold. I assume AG is gold anyway. Ignoring the changes to game progression and the UI though, the game actually feels pretty nice. Oh, that's good. I don't know. I think this is any kind of Space Engineers, for the most part, this is scratching the itch. If they were to add, the first big thing I would like to see them add is ships and the ability to fly around. That would be very cool. And then if they were to add in like extra solar places, like out of our solar system places with interesting planets with animals maybe, or even if you could like get space cows, that would be kind of cool. Because like I know you can get the chickens right now, but like cows, cute cows. But yeah, it would be kind of fun if they were to add in like other places that you could do stuff. And that looks like copper over there. Home's over there. The blocks are all really pretty, and the way the ships are flown in the sequel is really nice. That's good. They used to have ships. Mothership design was a major point of the game way back when. Yeah, see, there are two things that I have an issue with Stationeers. One is that I've heard and the art for it looks like there were ships, and the other thing that really annoys me is why the heck do we have really cool rover concept art in loading screens and we do not have those in game? Like, we just have the one kind of crappy rover. Like, where's the good one? The idea was scrapped for being too complex and too incompatible with the game's other systems. That's unfortunate. We are going to go ahead and take a bio break, by the way. In Space Engineers, I recall once living like half a year on asteroids far away from any planets. This was a really unique experience. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I remember that as well in Space Engineers. And like, you'd start on a singular asteroid and you'd have to figure out how to survive. The game used to have both rovers. The rovers are definitely on their way back. I hope so. Oh, we can turn our glasses off. There we go. Yeah, so we will come back over. I really should read through, like, I haven't even looked up yet if they have a roadmap published. And if they do, I really should read it. Oops, there we go. Okay, oh, no, not quite. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, everybody, I need a quick bio break, and I don't like pre-roll ads, so we're gonna kill those. So I will be back in just a moment. There we go. And if you know, you're not, you don't have to deal with ads, we'll chat some more in a moment. Hello everybody, I am back. Thank you so much for bearing with me through my bio break. It takes raptors hunting you over rovers anytime. Very nice. But since the terrain update modified the world to be more compatible with long distance, rovers are back in the cards. We'll probably have them back this year at the very least. That would be nice. I do really wish Stationeers had ships. I would gladly trade living on planet for living on a spaceship. Even if it was a fake spaceship that just teleported around to new asteroid fields on command. That would be kind of neat. Honestly, I kind of get my fix for that from Astronauts. It kind of does it, and it's a little different. It's a little bit more RPG, which is kind of fun sometimes too, of course. Just depending on the mood and what I am up for. But yeah. Okay, so I don't think there is any fuel here, which is fine. Oh, there's a little bit. Look at that. Okay, there's more than I thought. Great. So we'll move that, and let's go like 2 or 3 liters. That should be good. And I think copper is a couple hundred. You've not played Astronauts? Totally fair. I checked it out from your stream info yesterday, and it quickly ended up on my wish list. Totally fair. Blue Bottle is a wonderful little studio too. It's a lot of fun. Like the new update, really cool, but it broke quite a number of things. But it's still a really good game. Like, it's fantastic. Nothing but good things to say about that. And they are so on top of what's the word that I'm looking for? Of bugs. And one of my first subscribers, actually, after you fish, they're actually a mod on the community forum on Discord. And anytime we run into bugs, they like back me up on the bug forums, and then the bug gets fixed really fast. It's very cool. Never had that happen before. Okay, great. So that's doing its thing. We're going to go ahead and get some more copper because we really did run down our copper during the rebuild. Nice, proper wire layouts totally eat the copper. There we go. And we're going to need more heavy wire as well, and probably more wire soon too. So just having extra does not hurt. There we go. Yeah, we're using so much more power now. That's off, good. Great. So we will put our copper over here for now. Fantastic. How much wire do we have? Not as much as I thought we did. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead, stuff that into there, get some regular cable made while that's doing solar panels. Cable, go. And let's think about our composter. Oh, we should get a smart canister sometime soon. It's not that important. I guess it's in the electronics part, not here, isn't it? Let's just double check. Yes, it is. Okay. So we need an Atmo for that then. Gold and copper. See, I knew it was a good choice to just do a whole bunch more copper. There we go. So that'll be for some alcohol. I feel like I'm forgetting something from the tool maker. Could just do a jumpsuit. Can I? There we go. 25 silicone, my goodness. They really make you pay for those coveralls, eh? There we go. Are you done? You're done. Fantastic. Heavy cable. Yep, definitely use the last of the copper that's in there. Great. Just kind of hoping for more, but 3 will do for the moment. One. My goodness, come on. 2. 3. 1, 2, 3. Great. That'll really help our power issue shortly. Let's just check again here, because I thought that we had enough to make 4 solar panels. I'm also just yeah, okay, there's our composter. Okay, so composters are here. There's the advanced one, copper, steel, and solder. So we'll get that taken care of in a moment here. And we should get a beacon done at some point. Let's see, what else needs to get done here? Harvey, we don't need to have. Lair would be nice to start setting up soon. Large satellite dish might be nice just to kind of make it easier, but we need to increase our power, which we're doing. Let's see. Sometimes like I just find it handy to kind of scroll through and like look and see what the different options are, because I forget sometimes. Never built a telescope. Let's see, what else? Cool. So I think we are going to get another panel. And actually, before we do that, we should probably do the math real quick. Okay. Rockets! Yes, rockets. Let's get our power going a bit here first. So we want to check dual. 500 watts is the base. Okay. And with 3 of them, we were like 20 something. So with 6, we should still only be like 40. I'm just making sure we're not going to burn out cabling here. Yeah, so that should be fine. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll think about rockets here. Let's do it. So composter, let's get a composter at least built and think about that room a little bit. So there's our steel. Are we out of copper already? Almost. My gosh. Just like flew through the copper. Let's make sure there's nothing in there first. Nothing? Good. Throw that in there. Gonna have to bring that heat up a little bit. Great. Oh, there's our overalls. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna blow myself up the first time with a rocket, aren't I? I have a feeling that's the way it's gonna go. You know, like I have yet to try them, and I feel like it's just gonna go boom the first time. Great. Throw you in there. And then we need the solder, which is over here. Fantastic. Okay. Composter, yeah. Only need one of you. You could probably stop. You've gone through a ton of copper to do that. And how much more do we have? Yeah. So we got a full stack of 50 plus a little extra. I have rockets, lol. They're so fun. Fair. Okay, so rocket manufactory. Iron, gold, and copper. So we have the gold taken care of. No, my goodness. Words. We have the copper taken care of. We still need gold, and that's it. How much gold do we have kicking over here? 14. We really should go like mining for some more here, but that's fine. Advanced composter can go there. Grab our super alloys. Oh my god, I forgot about that. The solder just came out in like 50 50 chunks. It's fine, it's fine. There we go. So much solder. I made like 300 solder the last time just because I hate making it. It's like Electrum. Electrum I really don't mind making. You just gotta empty out your furnace before you do it. But lead, I really don't like making lead. It just frustrates me so much. Okay, rocket manufactory. And we did not get another one of those, so we got that. And we should build a little room for it because I always bash my ingots really high. Yeah, that's fair. I like to, but I also like to be able to do it without playing musical chairs. And I just don't want to spend like 4 hours mining, which the rockets should help with, right? So, okay. So this is our compost, and we need water. That's the other thing we should do. We should build a liquid tank. My goodness. I've been talking about getting a liquid tank forever. Where is it? There it is. Need to grab some steel for it. That is iron. That's steel. There we go. And once that's done, we're gonna do this in a really funny way. I don't trust whatever's in there. I think this is trash. This is nitrogen. I know that. And then this is, of course, our portable one. And we should do a volume tank, is the other thing. A volume turbo liquid pump. Great. Grab one of you. So there's our atmospherics. There's our composter. There's our tank. And liquid volume pump. My main ore mining rocket was sent back early because the drills all wore out and I still got like 3 kilos of silicone. Cone. See, doing it again. Very nice. So this is going to go, I think it's just gonna go here. It's fine. Right here is fine. Pick up some wire. Not the one I meant to pick up. There we go. Seriously, I don't know how I'm ever gonna go back to Mars. Like, it's not as interesting as Vulcan or Venus or Europa or Mimas. And it's got stuff that like blows away on you. I just don't, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. That's my point. Welding torch, great. Some cable. Rockets are mainly good at mining ice though. Fair. Still makes life less repetitive, which is good. I thought we still had plastic sheets kicking around. Maybe we don't. If we don't, it's really not an issue. We have a lot of silicone. There they are. There we go. First time flipping on a rocket manufactory. I don't think that's true. I think I flicked one on once, and I'm like, I don't know what half of this is. Mining heads, cool. Ice, long-term, mineral, rocket scanner head, surface scanner head, access bridge, avionics. I feel like that's important. I feel like umbilicals and fuselage are launch mount, liquid umbilical, power umbilical, pressure-fed gas, liquid rocket engine, rocket atmospherics, batteries, cargo, tracker, housing. Interesting. The launch mount part, that makes sense. I feel like the launch tower is probably the first thing to do, though. So that, like, you know, you have somewhere to build it. That makes sense. And what did you call it? Launch mount part. Not the launch tower, but a mount, eh? Yeah, this one here. Okay, so we need a bunch of steel. We do not have enough steel for this at the moment. That's fine. Okay. So, in that case, what we will do is... Do we want to get a deep miner set up? Probably soon. I do just really want to make something pretty too. Oh yeah, everything rocketry uses a mountain of steel. Yep, got that. Got that very quickly. But I know where to start now with it. Okay, so what we'll do is we're gonna start by setting up our water. Because we still haven't done that. That is not what I meant to grab. We still haven't set up our water, and I feel kind of silly about it. And so it's not going there. It's going on the inside of there. So we're going to have to move some stuff around on the inside. What we're going to do is go like this. Liquid. There we go. Portable. Volume pump. How interesting. It can be next to a regular pump, but it can't be next to... Sorry, not next to a regular pump. It can't be next to the portable one, but it can be next to the other one. We're also just going to get rid of all of this, actually. This was for that AC unit that has absolutely no purpose. We built it in, like, not a panic, but we put it way higher on the list of needs than it ever needed to be. The solar storms do not have an effect on your inside of a habitat if it does not have a... if it does not have windows, it will have no effect on your habitat at all. You forgot. I totally forgot. Any food that gets put in a silo turns into decay. Into decayed food. Isn't that like a good thing? For certain things? There we go. Ban that person. Decayed food only ferments into 1 mole of alcohol. Oh, ouch. Yeah, okay, that kind of hurts. There we go. And we're gonna go grab our... this. Oh, something I meant to ask you, Dar, or Darks, or anybody who may know the answer to this that's gotten further into this than I have, despite my many hours of playing. My question for you, lovely people, is are there things that traders carry that you can't build? I know there are gases you can't do, like helium and some other stuff, but is there like anything otherwise? I have no idea what it might be, but just thought I'd ask. And where is our little... It's there. That's frustrating, but fine. No, it's not. That is not okay. We are going to change how this works. And how are our filters? They're fine, okay. Yes, there are a number of items that can only be... Yeah, okay. Don't need to tell me what they are. I'm kind of excited to find them on my own. Most are reserved for the biggest trading ships. That makes sense. And like that's kind of part of why we've just been randomly calling different traders down, is just to see the different things that different traders are carrying. As much as I do like help with a lot of stuff, that is the kind of thing like help. I appreciate help is what I should say. When it comes to those like really interesting, like, oh, cool, I do like finding those out on my own to a degree. Just a heads up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this up thinking we're going to probably put it on a switch or something. I don't know yet, but we are going to set it up assuming that it will be automated at some point, even if it's just because I get annoyed of having to walk back there. But most are on the biggest. So that means a 9x9. Is that right there, Dar? 9x9 for the biggest trading ships. There we go. Probably a straight and then over? I don't know. I'm gonna go like this first. There we go. There's even one item, won't say, that isn't even in Stationpedia, so it's super secret. Okay, cool. Cool. We're gonna have to find it. There we go. Very exciting. I was thinking we're also probably gonna cap this particular playthrough somewhere around like day 100 maybe, and then start on Vulcan, just as a FYI to everybody. I played a little bit, I think first like 20 days. Not useful at all, but it's secret. Well, fair. Fair. It's the kind of thing you get like once or twice, right? Oh, you can't do it into liquid tanks. How interesting. Okay. Has to be into regular portable tanks. That's fine. We'll just do it into a portable, but... yep. There we go. Where's the iron? There we go. Not useful. Yeah, see, but like it doesn't have to be. If it's a secret item, sometimes it's just fun to get it, right? Okay, so this is definitely water. So you can just come sit over here. This is our oxygen one. So you can get another 50 oxygen in you. Great. And you should be done. Fantastic. Okay, so drop that, and who do we have on our trading platform right now anyway? I don't remember. Oh yes, you. You can leave. Please leave. Go away. Thank you, bye-bye. And this can definitely go off. Yeah, we don't have enough power right now to run that, which is fine. We're gonna have to check how much power this produces on the next day. Because, like, I feel like we should be good, but... There we go. And we will grab... blue. Paint you blue. This is oxygen. Paint you white. And there we go. Fantastic. Now, take some ice, please. Great. So while that's doing that, we're going to go inside, set up our water tank. Good. Helmet. Suit. Off. Just double check everything's actually off when I do that. Good, it does. And wrench. Wrench is going to go here, apparently. Oh, look at that. We have some more lovely strawberries that are just about ready. And you're thriving, 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 thriving. Good. Everything is thriving. Okay. So. It's kind of like the automated oven. There's got to be something else to make food with, right? Like I know there's the packaging thing, right? But like why else? Anyway, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Don't tell me. I'll figure it out. We'll get there. We'll get there. Mushrooms, corn. Like, yeah, we could just make some bread. We'll just make some bread. Great. You have 3 days. You have 2 days. Region processor, turn you on. Good. 165 grams. And I don't want a potato, I want bread, please. Are you kidding? I am like 20 grams short. That's fine, we'll just run through the other wheat here. Not a big deal. Let's see, we need some water. And okay, so that tank is right there. Or that water coming in is right there. Okay. We need to get a vacuum too. Like the liquid vacuum, just so that we can clean up that water finally. I think I've left it for so long to remind everyone that we want to build a pool at some point. But, yep. Okay, so let's see. I am not convinced how to go about this today. Create one more loaf of bread. Yeah, we'll definitely remove the water first. And then we need to put the polluted water somewhere as well. And then maybe we'll start with the polluted water. Polluted water is pretty easy to deal with. Yeah, we'll start there. Okay, great. Wrench. Oh, we should also do that while we're inside. I also don't know if we have anything in our other uniform. We don't. Okay. Yeah, Canadian jumpsuit. Very cool. Kind of wish there was a mirror now. There we go. Credit card. And whatever. We'll just go like this. Hand drill. Great. That can go over here. Hand drill. There it is. That can go there. Okay. Couple things we want from over here. One, a valve. And two, the utility. I did not mean to put the valve back. There we go. Okay. So where should we put the shower? Don't remember why I did that, but that's fine. I feel like the shower should go like here-ish. Or it should go in this corner over here, and we should just get rid of this AC. I feel like that's the plan. Also, apparently we're out of CO2 for this tank. Interesting. Okay, so we should deal with that. But first, and what's our pressure in here? 99? Okay. Drill. Fantastic. Get rid of this bench. Oh, we still have a cereal bar kicking around. And water bottles. Always finding water bottles forever. Great. And then wrench. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Need the hand drill again. Pull this crazy thing down. Never to be used again. At least not in this playthrough right now. Oh my gosh, we're actually up to 29 degrees finally. Okay, so hand drill. So we should actually deal with our CO2 probably earlier than I was thinking. because it probably was mainly the CO2 that was cooling down our air earlier. As long as everything's still thriving, I'm not going to worry too much about it. But we should definitely, like, think about it earlier than later. Okay, so if the shower's going to go right there, we're going to have to redo a bunch of our logic stuff anyway. But let's get this taken care of immediately. So, yeah, so shower has to go that way, which is fine. Just keep an eye on that temperature. If we hit 30, we're going to deal with it immediately. Screwdriver. There we go. And then what we're going to do is something silly, but it works. So is it silly if it works? You can be the judge. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put our waste pipe from over here, like this. Because if you don't know, you can absolutely keep your liquids or solid, or your gas rather, whatever it is, and just pipe it like that. And then we're just gonna do the funniest, silliest thing ever. We're gonna go ahead and remove that utility, that liquid pipe, that pipe, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. And then connect that together again. Great. And where's our liquid tank? That is the next thing on the agenda here. And let's see, where do we want to put it? Do we want to put it on the wall? I feel like we want to put it on the wall. If it'll let us put it on the wall, we're going to do that. And it will. Great. So, that is backwards to how I want it. Hand drill. There we go. If it's silly and it works, then it's mad genius. Fair enough. And you can go right. Nope. No, you're centered. I want you centered. There we go. And then this is going to go something like this. I don't know why I did that. I should have just made that a T. I knew it needed to be a T, and then I just like la-di-dad and stopped. And actually, no, that one doesn't need to be a T. It's gonna go like this. You go like that. You go like that. And then that utility we used earlier is going to be a buffer right there. Because I don't think valves can go right against it, right? Oh my god, it can. Great, so you're gonna go like this then. That goes like that. And then we have a valve as a buffer. Now our valve here. And it can go both ways. And then this liquid pipe is gonna go like this. We'll worry about the shower later. But we do just kind of want to get this all connected up. Great. And then we're going to grab another pipe heater from here. We're going to have to get a pipe analyzer later to set up the temperature on and off for it. But that's fine for now. And we're going to check what that temperature is right now. Oh, of course. We haven't turned the pump on, so it won't bring water into the habitat yet. Okay. That's about right. Great. So we will head out, and what we'll do once we're outside is deal with our waste tank, and we're gonna take our CO2 container with us and fill it back up, because I know for a fact we have plenty of CO2. Just need to bring it back inside. There we go. And then if we're still too hot after we deal with our CO2 inside, then we'll kind of figure out a plan from there about resetting up a oh my gosh. Did it again. Forgot to make sure all of my suit stuff was on properly. I gotta be the person with the most deaths for simply forgetting to turn on my friggin' air. Oh look. Also, how much power did we get out of that day? Not too bad. How much power do we have at the end of the day with stuff in the way? 4.2 watts. That's not so bad. Great. Okay. So, CO2. CO2 should be this one right here. We're going to check the temperature of it, see if we don't need to bring the temperature down. We do, which I suspected, and that's fine. And with that in mind, where are the radiators? Great. 1, 2, and we can go 3 right there for now. And if I am not mistaken, there should be absolutely nothing in this pipe right now. Ideally, I'm correct, which I am. And what that means for us is we don't need to do a whole bunch of shenanigans. We can just go like this, like that. Where is a portable connector? Oh, we should melt some more ice while I'm thinking about it. There we go. Portable connectors. Do I have them with me? I do. Great. And we're going to check this temperature too while we're here. Need to keep a close eye on this so that we don't go like -20 or something silly. Great. That's not going to fit. There we go. There we go. And we said this was the CO2 tank, in which case we should paint it. It's empty. So we'll paint it, and it'll be our CO2 tank. So, our survival-loving people in chat today, if you feel like doing some more typing and chatting, are we also into other kind of survival games that aren't just in space, but also like just regular survival stuff? Oops. There we go. For example, like Plague, the last Plague, Blight, or what's another good one? Raft is kind of fun, to be honest. I do enjoy. A couple other ones out there. 167. Why are you so hot still? Okay, I have one more radiator with me. And what we'll do we have more? No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. Okay, what are we at? 160? 159. Can't say I'm really much of a survival buff in general. It's okay, that's fair. Mostly in it for the engineering challenge. That's fair. You know what you might like is Captain of Industry. That is quite the engineering challenge. I love it. It is more factory game, more like Factorio, but it's really good. It's worth checking out, Captain of Engineering. I will likely stream it at some point in time. I've been playing it off and on for like 2 or 3 years now. It's pretty good. It's kind of like post-apocalyptic, world's covered in water, that sort of jazz. And you are establishing a new colony of humans on Earth after the terribleness. It's pretty good. I like how I'm just walking around in circles waiting for this to happen. It's already on your wish list. Totally fair. Yeah, it's a good one. It is very good. Okay, so while we wait, let's see if we can't convince some traders. Turn that on. Turn this on. Great. Void Vein, Meteor Mechanics. I feel like Meteor Mechanics might be interesting, or Nebula Nectars. Let's try Nebula Nectars. Just because I like the name. Yeah, there's a couple of other good ones you might like too. Have you tried Dyson Sphere as well? Another really good engineering one. Okay. Double check. 138. Okay, what we will do is, because I feel silly just waiting, we're gonna go like that. Oh my goodness. I really wish you could crouch in this game. And I will feel really silly if someone tells me, you can, you just have to do this. Come on. Come on. Okay. You're not gonna let me do that. Fine. Yes, you like Dyson Sphere? Nice. Nice. Yeah, they're all kind of games that I'm thinking about streaming as well, and at some point. And potentially like RimWorld, and like I already do Timberborn, which is another one that I really enjoy. My gosh, Timberborn is so relaxing. There we go. Factory games are definitely a second game genre I play extensively. That's fair. Same for me. I really enjoy the challenge of them and like figuring out how to make it work, how to break it, you know, those good things. I'm gonna go that way first. That's locked. Can't go back that way. Let's lock that. Timberborn is great. Yep. Totally agree. I will be streaming it tomorrow. My tomorrow. You're probably, it's in the middle of the night for you most likely, to be honest, now that I think about it. But yes, I do stream Timberborn as well. There we go. Still way too hot, of course, but we will deal with that in a moment. You can get turned off. And then we'll grab our hand drill. Nope, it's a wrench. Every time. There we go. 3 and... oh, I don't know why I didn't check that math first. It would have told me that there wasn't space for 4 right there. It's fine. We'll just grab some more pipe and... oh, we can't put it right there. Frustrating. I want this to cool off quicker. There we go. And now we will put that there. What's our temperature? 105 degrees. Fantastic. Come over here. Nebula Mechanics might be one. Yeah, your morning stream is at 11 p.m. I'm usually knocked out. Yeah, that's fair. It's like 1 p.m.-ish my time. But yeah. And, oh, I guess we didn't call them. We just contacted them and interrogated them. Whoops. Back over. Yeah, and if everyone hasn't figured it out yet, my schedule, it's pretty correct about what game it's going to be, but I'm really bad about updating, like, apparently there's a storm coming, but I'm really bad about updating the descriptions in advance. I guess there's a storm. That's too bad. I guess we'll hope that they're still around at the end of that storm. Temperature, 85, almost there. We'll let it come down to like 20 or something, maybe even a little lower than 20, like 15. That way, like, we can just keep using it to cool the habitat a little bit. So with that happening, let's see. We still need to build that room for yeah, I know, right? Like, it's silly. There's a storm, a solar storm, but it's nighttime. Yeah, totally. Totally agree it's a little bit silly, but it is what it is. Let's see. I'm just trying to decide how and if we're going to get up to the second floor, and if that's where we want to put the composter, or if we want to just put the composter on the back side of over here somewhere. And I think we're going to do backside, actually. Solar storm should definitely only apply while the world is in daylight. Totally agree with you, hands down. It would be much better, especially for this kind of a case. Or do we want to... No, we're going to have it come out this way somewhere. Okay, where's the composter? Okay. Oh, wrong spot. There it is. Because we need water for it. No, it just makes sense to put it on the second floor. Okay, we're going to put it up one floor. Also, and this is something I learned the other day, solar storms don't count for plant light intensity. Good to know. They definitely count for heating stuff up inside with windows, though, right? Because they definitely don't if you don't have windows. Okay, so... Actually, this would be the perfect spot to put a staircase. Like right here. Yeah, right here would be perfect. So let's get a staircase going. Maybe two. We'll see. Stairs. One. Oh, there it is. There's the solar storm. Just catching it on, like, the glare on a couple spots. What's our temperature? 49, okay. Here it comes. It's not gonna fit there the way I was envisioning. To be honest, the window heating didn't feel that intense. The solar storm also didn't touch my radiators on the moon, so my AC was easily able to keep up. That's fair. Like, I haven't had any issues with cooling on the moon. In a testing world, at least. That's fair. Like, I haven't noticed any cooling issues with the solar storms. So I don't know if they're just not there, the issues, or what it is. Yeah, okay, so... That doesn't fit there. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't fit there. It's not gonna fit there. Wouldn't fit there. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, what about... They mostly just feel like a noob trap for using non-heavy cables on mid-game solar. That's fair. Like, solar storms, in my opinion, are 100 times easier to deal with than dust storms. And it's not like dust storms are hard or anything, it's just solar storms are really freaking easy. There we go. That's how we're gonna do this. Great. Yeah, like when I was just adding on the others, I just did some quick math to figure it out. Like we're up to 21 right now. Why are we only up to 21? I would expect like 40 by now. I more than doubled our solar power input, and we're still only maxing out at 20 watts. Why are we maxing out at 20 watt input? I'm sure they are more intense on Vulcan where the air temperature gets modified. Something winter solar storms are high enough to smell stellite. I don't know. So I was on Vulcan. I've gone through a couple of different kinds of storms on Vulcan at this point, and I tried the shade thing on Vulcan. It doesn't work. So 21. So I don't know if it actually does. Imagine living inside your furnace. Nah, I'm good. Thank you. Okay, so why am I still producing the same amount of power now as I was when I only had 3? And why is the solar panel heavy producing the same amount of power as the regular solar panels? Shade is weird. That's fair. What's happening? Why am I like appear to be dying? Oh my god. See? Forget about my air. Just literally forgot about air. Yeah, we'll exit that session. Thank you. Yeah, that was like 2 minutes ago. That's enough. Air tank blunder. Oh yeah. Dun 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 dun. They happen. That's fine. We'll deal with it right away this time. There we go. Where is our backpack? You can go there. And you... No, we're going to lose that if we do that. Let's not do that. There we go. Okay, so maybe I'm just not understanding it. I'm thinking too physicsy. But also, like, coming back to this, why do we have the same amount of power generating off of every single one of these panels? Should the solar panel heavy not be producing more? Should it not have a higher capability? And why, when I only had 3, was I producing the same amount of power as I am now? Okay, I understand one is not connected, but that doesn't explain the rest of the issue here. It's very strange, whatever is going on here. So we just connected another one. Let's see if it actually went up or not. See, it's the same. It's the exact freaking same. Why? Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Plus change. I am so annoyed by this. Increase the solar power. Don't actually get more solar power. Love it. It only takes a tiny sliver of the sun being in a cell for the entire cell to count as in sunlight, and on worlds like the moon, the minuscule rounding error for the 0-degree solar angle is enough to count a 1-tile wide shade as fully in sunlight. Okay, okay. So, but why do we have the exact same amount of power still being produced? I don't get it. Like, that is the same amount as the original first 4 panels. And we added a heavy panel and 3 regular panels. Just doesn't make sense to me. Alright, so I think I will prefer going up and over right here. So we will get rid of... Also, heavy solar panels don't produce more power, they only gain storm resistance. Really? That would have been good to know. Heavy panel. Base generation 500. Damn. Good to know. Either way, 4 more panels should mean that we're producing more power, and we're not. It's the same amount as we were originally producing. It's very strange. As long as we don't like run out of power, I'm not actually too concerned by it. I just would like to have more power. There we go. Not sure about the power readout. Yeah, the power readout is coming out properly. I did not think that out right. Put that down in the wrong spot. There we go. It's fine. It's fine. Like, these are charged. That's the important part. There we go. Gonna sneeze. Gonna sneeze. Sorry, everybody. Did not want to sneeze directly into the microphone. Couldn't make it to the button to mute myself fast enough there. Oh, these stairs are just absolutely killing me. How are we gonna do this? Oh, goodness. Oh, there we go. That's gone. Let's see if we can't call down that trader that we contacted just before the storm. Looks like they are gone. Supreme disappointment. Okay, off you go for a minute. Probably the easiest place to do this is realistically right here. And we're gonna move our dish. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move the dish. And where are we gonna move the dish to? Probably just gonna move it there. Make it easy. Make it nice and easy. Gone. Great. Crowbar. Fantastic. Next stage is hand drill. Bye-bye. And next is angle grinder. Bye. We should probably also, while we're kind of close by, check how much O2 is in this tank. 1,000 moles. Almost no pressure. That's good. This is just O2 being produced by our plants, by the way. And I think we should check on our temperature over here. -4 is fine enough. We will go ahead, disconnect this tank, pump that air back in, that carbon dioxide back into the big one. There we go. And those radiators should be able to stay there. There's nothing in there at the moment. Cancel pressurization. What are we up to? 30 degrees? That should be fine. Drop our CO2 tank, which will slowly heat up, of course. There we go. And up comes our pressure, and up comes our CO2%, and down goes our temperature. Great. And everything is thriving, yes? Yes. Great. Strawberry seeds. More strawberry. You get to go there. Harvest. Harvest. Great. And we will just harvest these as well. What about you? You don't have a seed yet. You do. Great. 1, 2, and come on, 3. There we go. Thriving. Wheat seeds. Great. Ever more wheat. Honestly, we could probably just start properly like reusing the seeds for the wheat. We have so many wheat seeds at this point. There we go. One more. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Sugarcane. 1, 2, 3, 4. So much sugar. Fantastic. And we're gonna do, I think the ad break went. Nope, I can still run it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do a quick bio break. This will be the last one, and then we'll push to the end of the stream. I will be right back, everybody. There we go. If you don't have ads, that's lovely. Have a nice look at our garden, and I will be right back. Hello everybody, thank you for bearing with me through the ad break. It's almost there, if you don't have to deal with them. Yay, yummy sandwiches. Dar, what is your favorite kind? Oh my gosh, that is quite the raid. Woo! Hello, Duke. Thank you so much for the raid. That's fantastic. How are you doing tonight there, Duke? Were you playing some Stationeers as well? Thanks so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How are you, Duke? Yeah, that's okay. It happens. It happens. It happens. But yeah, it was like 8 seconds left of the ad break there, I think. And I'm like, oh my god, a raid. A big raid. No worries. So what were you playing? Were you playing some Stationeers as well or something else? Space Valheim. That's fair. Peanut butter, yummy. Yeah, okay. We're actually in a really good spot to kind of do a quick tour. Hey, bit of Valheim. Love Valheim. Great game. Just let me double check my stats, make sure I'm not going to die. I'm really bad for just forgetting about topping off my O2. Okay, we're good. Yay, base tour. Okay, so we will start inside. We have our little bunk over here. You don't actually need it. It's just, you know, cute. And then just some more cute stuff here. So this is our water system. Water comes from outside where we melt it, comes in through here, gets heated, goes into our farm, which we were in the middle of setting up here, actually. Well, not setting up, replanting. Gotta have a place to read your tablet books of an evening. Exactly. That is exactly it. Both Gremlin and Duke, you're dead right. Cozy place to kind of end off. I do try to end like, you know, either in the bed or in the chair. Nice view of the garden. There we go. Our little shower facility over here. So the really big difference that between this and Valheim is this stuff here. It's all these logic circuits that you can set up, which is really nice. And not only is it logic circuits, it's actual programming. So I programmed the heater to keep a certain temperature. This controls our amount of carbon dioxide in the air for the plants. Yay for MIPS. Yep, exactly. So you already knew about the MIPS part. So yeah, exactly. So I've got MIPS controlling our carbon dioxide, our little plant genetics station here. Another one controls our O2 getting pumped out of here. Otherwise, we would have really high pressure. So this is our greenhouse currently. All our seeds, all our food. As you can see, strawberries, wheat, soybean. Yummy, yummy. And then we will head back out, cycle outside our airlock. I like to keep this in my main airlock, just, you know, stuff that I need both inside and outside. I am a venerable stationeer of old. Gotcha. That would make sense there, Duke. And so we just took down our satellite dish, actually. We were just starting to build our second floor when we had to go and do a couple things inside, like our carbon dioxide. Our batteries for our entire station are here. And then all of these are our solar panels that are hooked up to follow the sun. And if it was daytime, you would see a wattage, how many watts we're actually generating on this display right here. And then we'll come over here. This can get turned off, actually. So we have our furnace where we smelt all our ingots and everything. It's an advanced furnace, so we can control our pressures inside and how much fuel we're using. I do have a program to follow the sun. I can actually show you the program too if you'd like. Flick that on. Not the right one in there. That's fine. We'll grab this. There we go. Grab the motherboard editor. So this is actually our solar panel one right here. So yeah, so you've got your sensor into one of those little screws, the display, the two different panel types, because we do have both heavy and regular ones out there. And then all of our correction angles, the hashes, etc. Keep going down. Your brother could love this game, eh, Gremlin? It's fantastic. It's basically assembly programming. And then, you know, it just keeps going. This is for the tracking. I prefer this over doing the... What was I going to say? I was going to show you something else too here. I prefer this over logic chips for it. Ooh, a stamp of approval. Thank you so much. I appreciate. And we have like wall coolers, shut-offs for different things, some other basic stuff that's, you know, here, like this one. This is super basic. This is just our grow light one. Here we go. Literally just tells the lamp to go on and off at a certain amount of time. Works great, does the trick. This right here is actually really cool. We have a bunch of batteries, like this one. They're wireless. Just keeps everything charged up. Don't have to worry about switching batteries out, which is nice. Our little workshop is over here. This is the other half of the water, by the way, that I was talking about, which while we are here, we will dump some ice into. There we go. And we're gonna turn, oh my God. We're gonna turn this on. Great. There we go. So all our workshop, properly named variables, named constants, separated functionality, proper code. I may be a programmer. Maybe a little bit. I'm a game dev. In another life I used to do security stuff, but yeah, I work in game dev, solo dev in Unreal, and I do. It does not make surprised face. Yeah, so I do Unreal dev, and then I also use Houdini for a lot of 3D art, which is a lot of really heavy simulation, and like making water flow, making hair move, that kind of stuff. And all of that's done with code as well, and it gets messy really fast. So yeah, that's kind of our little bit of our base, our landing pads over here. Can't see it during the night, but it's here. It's here. Oh, falling. There we go. Pretty MIPS is inefficient. Yes. It may be inefficient, but it's also easier to read, and with bigger ones, I find it easier to maintain. And then our filter station, of course, coming out of our furnace, because I like to reuse stuff. And our ice station for making fuel and whatnot. So yeah, we're not exactly huge yet, but we're getting there. Recycling area, and we are in the middle of adding a second floor, actually. That can go over there. Where's our staircase? There it is. Fantastic. But yeah, that is our current. How long did it take to get here? Let's take a look. This one, whoops, wrong button. I have no idea. I really have no idea. I want to say Gremlin, it probably took about 16 to 20 hours, including the cleanup phases that I've done. I want to guess. I'm not 100% sure. There's always a sweet spot in between 100% screaming speed and what the hell does it do? Yep. The 128 line limiter, yep. Yes. Yes, those limiters are interesting. I haven't had too many issues yet, but I also haven't done the most like complex stuff yet. But yeah. Yeah, Gremlin, I have sunk in a couple hundred hours into this game, and I've only had it since the beginning of March. It has kind of sort of taken over my life. And funny enough, I actually pretty much picked this game up right when I first started streaming. I've only been streaming for just over a month. The Friday was actually my 1 month anniversary. Auto furnace code took me 2 chips to get sorted, 3 if you count the display code. That's fair. I haven't quite gotten annoyed enough with making stuff manually in the furnace, but I'm getting close. I am definitely getting close to automating my furnace. And we were talking about just basic automation for the workshops here, so that we like count and start producing things like copper, like the cable, and start producing pipe whenever we're low on it, just so that it's always there. Yeah, that's what I was wondering if you're going to bring up there, Dar, was about the assemblers and the limitations of it. You can even build rockets in this, by the way. Not that I have one to show off, but this is the rocket printer right here. What is that? Oh, it's the drill head. And like, you can set up a lot of different things. There's some really cute robots that I really wish worked better. Otherwise, we would have a fleet of them if they worked even a little bit better. But they don't work very well. But love this game. Thank you again, Duke, so much for the raid. And of course, like, you know, everyone's got things to do after they finish up a stream, so I totally get it if you got to run, by the way. Auto furnace is a game changer if you can get it right. Never saying, oh, I need some alloy, damn, off to the smelter. That's fair. Somebody I watch quite a bit of, Blittis, he actually has everything like automated for his furnace. And like all of his food is automated, all of his like everything is. All his filter setups automated. It's crazy. Love watching what he's done with his base, and I just throw it on in the background all the time because it's so cool, the level of automation he's got going. Biggest utility, automating ingot delivery between machines. Yep. I hate ingot musical chairs. Amy is no good as a miner, but she's so fun to have 8 of them racing as a setup. Yeah, see, exactly. And first time I turned Amy on was after my first subscriber. And then my subscriber went and got my first subscriber went and got a gift sub for somebody at the same time. And I was just so excited. We printed an Amy and turned it on. And it's so cute. Oh my goodness. Amy is just incredibly cute. For those who don't know, Amy is a very cute little robot. We do not have any on this save currently, and I do not want to pay the cost for it right now. Dark truth. There we go. Where is our miner? There it is. There we go. Just expanding our area for where we're gonna put that satellite dish for a little while. It's gonna live there. We'll run the wires underneath here. It's a shame she can't properly follow you around as a pack mule. Yep, that would be cool. That would be, honestly, spectacular. It's something that I really hope they give some love to, because Amy is A, cool concept, B, they're like halfway to a good implementation of it, and as a game dev, it hurts. It hurts to see like how much has gone into it and it's not quite there. We need gold. Dang it. Oh, we have some. Good. But yeah, and then when you turn her off, she's so sad. It's very, very unfortunate that she doesn't work right. There we go. This is what we were talking about, by the way. This is musical ingots. Stationeers is the definition of halfway to a good implementation of it. Yeah, that's fair. I would like to agree with that. And I hope it changes. There we go. Need some more heavy cable. My gosh. Oh, is this set to 20? It is, because it's the freaking... pipe bender. So these stackers cut ingots for you, for those who haven't seen Stationeers before. Other big thing, by the way, that's different between this and Valheim that I feel like should be mentioned is the fact there's no enemies. I feel like that is a very big, a very big difference between the two. Both in how we play and also in how the game itself is designed. Very true. Yeah. I do love myself some Valheim too, though, I gotta say. Been a while since I've touched it. I don't even think there was... I think ice was the last thing that had been implemented when I had played. Like, they had just started making that ice biome. And... whoops. Yeah, okay, there we go. Alas, time for me to do a snooze. Looks like you're having an awesome time with the game. Hope to catch you online and sometime. Yeah, for sure, Duke. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Have a good night. And, you know, if you're off tomorrow because of the holiday, please have a good holiday. Enemies equal law of physics. So true. And I will catch you sometime online, I'm sure. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and thank you, raiders. And thank you to anyone sticking around. Oh my gosh, that's fun. Magic. That's not true. There are enemies. Just happens to be your own mistakes. You know, like forgetting to top off your O2 when you're in your base looking at something for a little too long. That kind of enemy. There we go. See, I'm like, all kinds of things are giving us warnings of this is critical, that's critical. Random ice formation is one of the game's enemies. Also fair, also fair. I can never remember. Oh, and chicken. Chickens are evil. I have yet to do chickens. I don't know how I feel about it. Just haven't got there, I guess. Wanted other things working first. Maybe we'll try chickens on this one. We'll see. We'll see. Wrench. There we go. Warning, chicken's evil. Thank you for the warning. From what I've read about them, they kind of get everywhere. Like, absolutely everywhere. Oh, no. Don't need that powered like that. There we go. Get our power for the dish all the way back up. Fantastic. Okay. Why are you still on? You can be off. So can you. And you. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Somebody followed. Yeah, hydration critical, food critical. You know what's also critical? How bad this system is. Let me just rework it, and then I'll go handle my stats. Yeah, oh my gosh, we're at 8% health. See, this is what I mean. 7% health here. And like, here I am just doing this, doing that. And it's not like we're about to run out of food or water or anything. We just neglected ourselves. There we go. Fantastic. Not dying now. We should also check in on some of our plants. I feel like some of them are probably ready to harvest. And we could check in on this and probably turn on the heater a bit. Yep. Great, turn that heater on. It's not attached to anything, so that is useless. Whoops. There we go. We're hitting that point of the night where I am saying, let's get this done so that we can call it a day for the stream, because we are actually at the end of it. But we'll go for a few minutes longer here, especially because of all the raiders. I do appreciate all of you, by the way. There we go. Great. Warm that up. And I do not like leaving a system half done. But we haven't started on the composter, like the room for it yet. So we may call it after we take care of all of this. And again, I do really appreciate all of you raiders, and of course I do appreciate any new follows or anything. As a new streamer, they are super important. There we go. Need an ADHD mode where the critical warnings repeat every 20 seconds. That's fair. The other thing too is, on my end, I can barely hear the warnings because my music is louder. Anytime I'm doing any kind of game like this, or like tomorrow I'm going to be streaming some Houdini and some game dev that's not on the agenda at the moment. That you may actually be able to catch, Dar, before you head to bed. And that, I need music. I need music anytime I'm doing coding or looking at like a complex system. It just helps a lot. Okay, so let's think for a half second. I feel like we're probably at a good spot to stop. Because there's nothing halfway done at the moment. There's just things that need doing right now. So I think we're going to call it here. And we'll look for somebody to raid. I know all you lovely raiders just got moved from one place to another. So thank you so much for hanging out here with me tonight after your normal stream. And we'll take a look who's out there today. Let's just do a quick save and then look up who to raid. Let's take a look. And we will go like this. Okay, let's take a look. Similar, smaller size, same category. Anybody in the same category today? No, not you, not you. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Not seeing anything too interesting. Let's take a look. I'm really not seeing anything. Interesting. Okay. So let's do this person's Stationeers. I don't know them, which is not a problem, but we'll go and, check them out. And again, thank you everybody who came to sit in today on the stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again back soon. Lovely having you here. Lovely conversations tonight. Have yourselves a wonderful night, everybody.